hello everybody, and welcome to Math Help with Miss McCarthy. My name is Miss McCarthy, and I am the creator of McCarthyMathAcademy.com. I'm on a mission, y'all, to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and the humans who help them, like teachers and parents, and so on. Each week, I am answering questions provided by you, whether you are a parent or a teacher, to help make math make sense so that you can support the students that you work with. So that's exactly what we're doing here. If you've got a problem and you'd like for me to help you make the math make sense, I encourage you to drop your problem. You can either upload a picture of it, you can write it out for me, and you can do that by going to McCarthyMathAcademy.com/mathhelp. Easily submit your question, and I will either create a YouTube video where I break it down for you, or I will point you in the right direction so that you can get the help that you need. So let's go ahead and get to today's question, and let me teach you. Today's question comes from Allison in Fort Myers. Hello, Allison. And she says that my students are struggling with division with 4-digit dividends and 1-digit divisors. We are trying to make sense of division using the area model. Do you have any tips for me? Yes, Allison, yes I do. And I know that division can be complicated. And I bet, Allison, that it's mainly because the students who are struggling with this probably have not mastered their math facts yet, their multiplication fluency yet. That's probably the biggest problem here. And I'm saying that because usually division is one of the early units that you do, right, in 4th grade. And you're like, oh my gosh, they don't know their multiplication facts. So parents, if you are watching this, please help us, because we only have so much time as teachers to help our students to master their multiplication facts. If your child is a 4th grader and they do not know their multiplication facts yet, please, please, please help them. You might be saying,
oh, that's great, Miss McCarthy. Yeah, sure, I'll help them. Well, how do I help them?
I created a song several years ago now. It's called the Multiplication Mashup. It's on YouTube. It has helped millions of students. So many teachers are using this in their classrooms to promote that multiplication fluency. What it does is it helps students to become faster at skip counting. Okay, so I've got the multiplication mashup. It's broken down by each factor. So there's a song for the zeros and a song for the ones and the song for the twos. And maybe your students already have that. Maybe it's the 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s that they need to be working on, maybe the 12s, right? You can easily skip to that particular factor and just work on that song to help them get faster at skip counting to the correct answer. I've also created another YouTube video that shows you how to use the multiplication mashup to help your child master their multiplication facts. But there's also a lot of steps involved in division, especially using an area model. There's a couple different ways that we can divide. We could use standard algorithm, which is like long division. We could use the partial quotient method, which is one of my favorites. Or we can use the area model, which is pretty similar to the partial quotients method. Because, Allison, because you have called out the area model, that's the one we're going to focus on today. And I'm also going to model how to use the multiplication mashup. Once they understand and know the multiplication mashup, then you can start to use it for this. So I'm going to model how to do that. Okay, that was a lot, but let's go ahead and get into this. Listen, let's come up with you said a 4-digit dividends and a 1-digit divisor. So that means we need, if this was divided by, we need a 4-digit dividend, that's right here, and a 1-digit divisor, that's here, and we are trying to find the quotient. So a 4-digit dividend, I'm just gonna go ahead and put, let's say, 2,107 divided by, let me see, what song do I want to work on today? Let's do the 8 song, okay? The 8 song for the multiplication mashup. So if we have the divisor of 8, we'll be skip counting by 8 a lot to help us with this. Now, the way that we do the area model is we put our divisor over here, and we start to make kind of like a little box to get started, and we'll put 2,107 inside of that box. And I'm just going to create the area model as I go. All right, so let me give myself a little code for the process here. You may have your own process, but if your students are struggling, maybe you want to adopt this process. I say we're going to count by, that's kind of like the divide step. Then we're going to multiply, then we're going to subtract, and repeat until there's nothing left. It's not a G, it's like we're repeating it, doing it again. Keep going until we are all the way done. All right, so 2,107 divided by 8. So let's count by 8s until we can get as close as we can to 2. Well, if we count by 8s, that would be party rockin' with the 8s for sure. 8. We've already passed it, right? 1 8 is already 8. So let's extend that. Let's get as close as we can to 21. And that 21 really is standing for 2100. So we're just focusing on 21 right now. I'll show you what I mean. This is the count by step. Party rockin' with the 8s for sure. 8, 16, 24. That would be too much. So just 2 of them. We were able to get 2 8s in there, which would be 16. 8, 16, cool. But what we need to do here is now say, okay, we were going into 2100, trying to get as close to 2100 as we could. Well, really, we could get to as close as 1600 by saying if we multiplied by 200. So again, it's important that we line up our digits, but I'm saying, okay, this 16 really stands for 16 hundreds because I'm trying to get as close to 2100 as I can. So now is the multiplication step. 200 times 8 or 8 times 200 is 1600. That's the multiplication. Now we're moving on to the subtraction step. So let's subtract those two amounts. 7 minus 0 is 7. 0 tens minus 0 tens is 0. 1 minus 6, we need to regroup. Take 1, give 1 there. So 11 hundreds minus 6 hundreds is 500. So we have 507 remaining. We've counted by, we've multiplied, we've subtracted, and now we're going to repeat that process because we have more 8s that we can take out, that we can separate out or divide out. So we're going to repeat that by creating another block. We're going to move this 507 right up here and repeat the process. So now we're going to count by 8s until we get as close as we can to 507. So I know counting by 8s till I get to 5, that's not going to happen, but I can count by 8s and see how close I can get to 50 or 50 tens, right? And this is where we use the multiplication mashup. Party rockin' with the 8s for sure. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56 is too much, right? So it's not 7, but it's 6 times. 7 would be too much 6 times. So I can get really close if I do 6 8s. That would give me 48. But I don't want to make it just 48 ones. I want to make it 48 tens. So I need to multiply it by 60 so I can get 480 there. So now multiplying 60 times 8 equals 480. Cool, that's that step. And now I subtract. 7 minus 0 is 7. 0 tens minus 8 tens, I need to regroup. Take 1, give 1. 10 tens minus 8 tens is 2 tens. 4 hundreds minus 4 hundreds is 0 hundreds. So we have 27 left. Can I still make groups of 8? Yes, so I can still divide. That means that we need to repeat. Let's do that. Bring it up. 27. Let's see how close we can get to 27 now. Counting by 8s. Going back to that count by step. Party rockin' with the 8s for sure. 8, 16, 24. And then it would be 32 would be too much, right? So 24, that would be 3 times. Multiply those, that would give us 24. That's all that we need. 3 times 8 is 24. Subtract, and we have a remainder of 3 because I cannot pull out any more equal groups of 8. So my quotient here, and Allison, I wonder if some of your students are saying, okay, here's my quotient. Okay, it's 200. There's my quotient. And that's not right. Oh, remainder 3. That's not right, okay? It would be 200 plus 60 plus 3. If we were to put that over here, 200 plus 60 plus 3. would be 263 with a remainder of 3. 263 with a remainder of 3, or 263 written as a fraction would be 3, that's our remainder, over 8. That would become our denominator. The divisor becomes the denominator when you're writing a fraction. So Allison and anybody else who is out there, I hope that this helps you to break down the steps. Maybe it's the process that you want to take away from it. So if your students have been struggling with this and it's time to move on, it might be good to do like a daily review problem before you jump into your new unit until they get this locked in, okay? Sometimes, especially in Florida, I know that we move so fast through curriculum that sometimes they just need more practice with it. So if you know that your students or maybe your children at home could benefit with more practice like this, I'm going to show you some next steps that you can take if you're looking for more help. So you'll notice up at the top of the screen, there are 2 website addresses for you. If you're a teacher, you would go to the one that says teacher. If you are a parent, you would go to the one that says family. Both have the same video lessons. It's just organized differently. For teachers, it's organized by benchmark, and for families, it's organized by unit. So it's essentially the same. Just go there to learn more, but I'm going to show you some more of the video lessons that you will find inside of one of these memberships. Okay, so inside the memberships, we have video lessons on dividing up to 4 digits by 1 digit using the area model, divide up to 4 digits by 1 digit using partial quotients, or even long division. So there's one episode for each of them. Okay, so if you're looking for even more practice, where we're breaking it down, I'll just kind of go in. You can see it's very similar steps to what we just did, but it breaks it down a little more, even using multiplication over there to check. Either membership, you will get access to videos just like this to help you. Whether you're a teacher or a parent, you can get access to more video lessons just like this for this skill and a bunch of other grade level skills. These are aligned specifically to Florida's best standards, okay? So I highly recommend that if you're looking for a next step, you check out either one of the websites up there, the one that matches your description. Are you a teacher or are you a parent? Are you both? You might need access to both. That's fine too. I just wanted to take a second to thank you for liking this video, sharing these videos, and subscribing to my channel, because it truly allows me to continue to bring free content like this to YouTube so I can continue on my mission to making math fun, making it click, and making it stick. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love being able to help you, and I will see you in an episode real soon.